Is he gonna die? Is he gonna die?
Zafar realized that he had been left to die. The Sultan...
No way! I called it. Alright, another suggestion that I'm finally doing. Mongol invasion of India. Let's get it!
After the civil wars of the mid-13th century, the Mongol Empire was split into 4 independent khanates, with the least...
When I was looking for this video, I saw a few Mongol invasions of India, but they told me that it was by kings and generals, so I'm assuming that this is the right one, I hope. Although, I don't even know if they still watch my videos, so... I mean, I'm still doing it regardless of if they, like, watch it or not.
Least known being the Chagatai Khanate. Hemmed in by the Golden Horde, Ilkhanate and Yuan, the only direction the Chagatais could expand, not at the expense of their fellow Mongols, was south, towards the Indian subcontinent, at that time ruled by the Delhi Sultanate. In this video, we will look at the Mongol invasions of India. The Delhi Sultanate arose from the ruins of the Ghurid Empire, which had stretched from Afghanistan to Bengal. Upon the death of Muhammad of Ghor in 1206, his Ghulams broke apart his empire, and the Ghurid Indian territory was consolidated under the long reign of Shams-ud-Din Iltutmish, based in Delhi. Over the next 3 centuries, the Sultanate was ruled by 5 separate Turco-Afghan dynasties, whose foreign policy on their northern borders came to be defined by the Mongol Empire.
Bro, imagine an empire being so freaking OP that it's literally defining your foreign policy.
Relations between the Delhi Sultanate and Mongols began in the 1220s, when Genghis Khan himself rode to their borders, chasing the Khwarezmian prince Jalal al-Din Mingburnu, son of the late Khwarezm Shah Muhammad II. There is disagreement over why the great Khan chose to halt at the borders of India, but it seems that Genghis simply may not have had an interest in expanding into a new, unknown territory while already dealing with Iran, Central Asia, and China.
I heard that Genghis Khan, or Genghis Khan, whatever the hell you want to pronounce his name, I heard that Genghis Khan didn't invade India because he viewed India as holy. I heard that from someone. I don't know how true that is. But it is very interesting why he didn't really bother to invade India, to be honest. Well, let's continue.
Genghis returned to the east and China. Genghis returned to the east and died while on campaign against the Tanguts in 1227. Under the steady hand of Iltutmish, the Delhi Sultanate came to be the most powerful state in northern India. Over the following decades, the Mongol presence on Delhi's borders increased, with raids into the Punjab and Sindh beginning in the late 1230s and 40s. The Delhi Sultans sought to appease the Mongols through diplomacy and gifts.
Oh my gosh, look at this, bro. Look at that. Imagine like your whole empire is bordering one friggin'... What the hell, bro?
In 1241, a Mongol force under Bahadur Tahir took Lahore, and Multan was captured in 1245. By the 1250s, Punjab was largely under Mongol control. Sultan Mahmud Shah was overshadowed by his vizier and eventual successor, Balban, who changed Delhi policy on the Mongols. Under Balban, the Sultanate became much more aggressive, retaking Multan and Lahore by force. Balban worked to fortify India's mountainous border through building forts garrisoned by Afghans. Further, Balban welcomed Mongol, Persian and Central Asian refugees fleeing the Mongol civil wars in the 1260s, and gave many of them military positions, which provided the Delhi Sultans with knowledge of Mongolian military tactics. Beginning in the 12th...
Yo, that is genius. That is so freaking... Yo, that is actually so smart. Now you have an edge on the enemy. Also, This is the Hindus Kush or Hindus Valley, right? The or Hindus Range. I forgot what you call like a group of mountain ranges. The point is, isn't this like the tallest mountain area in like the entire world? I don't think anyone would want to invade there.
60s, the source of the Mongol incursions into India changed. With the outbreak of war between the Ilkhanate and Golden Horde, the Ilkhan Hulagu had attacked the Jochid forces who had been a part of his army. Many fled to southern Afghanistan under their general Negadur, becoming a local power the Ilkhan and Chagatai princes sought to control. From then on, the Negaderis undertook nearly annual raids into Punjab. Balban consolidated Delhi's hold on much of northern India, expanded southwards, and gained valuable experience with Mongol tactics, preventing the Sultanate from being overwhelmed. However, in 1285, he received a great shock when his favourite son and heir, the governor of Lahore, Multan and Debalpur, Muhammad Shah, was killed in a vicious Mongol attack on Multan. Balban spent the rest of his life in shock and died in 1287, succeeded by an inept grandson named Kaikubad.
Wait, what does he mean that he spent the rest of his life in shock? Like, was he in actual shock, like the actual disbelief, or was he actually suffering from like literal, like the medical term for shock, right? You know, like when something traumatic happens to you, or something physically traumatic, mentally, physically, either or, you know, that it just really like shocks you to the point where your body just stops freaking functioning, right? What does he mean by shock in that case? He should have went into more details, because that could be misinterpreted.
Bad. Succeeded by an inept grandson named Kaikubad. To the north, a major shift was happening in the Mongol territory. A grandson of Ogadai Khan, Kaidu, became a major power broker and sworn enemy of Kublai Khan. In 1282, in an effort to stabilize the Khanate and assert his power, Kaidu appointed a descendant of Chagatai, Duwa, as Khan, and together split the rule of Central Asia between them. Duwa and his favorite son, Kutluk Khwaja, consolidated their power, and in the late 1290s were able to assert control over the fearsome Negaderis, with Kutluk Khwaja taking command of them. In 1290, Kaikubad was murdered, and the throne was seized by the founder of the famed Delhi Khilji Dynasty, Jalal al-Din Khilji. Around 70 years old when he became Sultan, Jalal al-Din rose through the military, becoming a lead general for Balban and regent for his grandson Kaikubad before seizing power. Militarily, he was quite capable, defeating a Mongol army at Bahram in 1292. Jalal al-Din Khalji's reign was notable for his benevolence and generosity, in addition to his military ability, but this kindness made him appear weak to his ambitious nephew, Ala al-Din.
Oh my gosh, dude. I love it whenever people take kindness for weakness. Bro, anyone who takes kindness for weakness, you're dumb. You're dumb. You're dumb. You're dumb. I know this because I've had many people mistake my kindness for weakness, and then they see my other side, because believe me, I do have an other side. I'm not going to deny that. Obviously, no one isn't going to provoke it, because, again, I'm not, you know, like, no one is around me. And this is one of the reasons why I created my YouTube channel, because I just wanted a platform just to say what I wanted to say, and without anyone to really challenge me, because that was annoying as hell, frankly speaking, right? Like, the other day, freaking, I lost a subscriber because I was, like, debating someone in my comment section, and he was wrong. He was wrong. Like, he was wrong. He completely misinterpreted what I said, and bro got butthurt, and he unsubbed from me. Like, it's even worse in person, right? The thing is, a lot of people are dumb, quite frankly, and I just don't want to deal with people and their nonsense, right? That's like one of the main reasons why I have the YouTube channel, not just to like find other people who like to discuss history just like me, but to not be around people and be forced to deal with their nonsense, frankly speaking.
In 1296, Ala al-Din Khalji killed his uncle and usurped power. Ala al-Din Khalji was cunning and ruthless and had an exceptional military ability. His reign began with a large Negaderi incursion, attacking Multan, Sindh and Lahore. Ala al-Din's commanders, Ulugh Khan and Zafar Khan, were mobilized with a larger army than the Mongols, and at Jaran Manjur defeated them. Ala al-Din Khalji initiated a number of reforms and prepare against Mongol invasions. His army and officers were paid in cash, and the Sultan had personal control over the army rather than leaving it in the hands of his emirs.
Bad idea. Bad idea. Bad idea. This could be a good thing, this could be a bad thing, but I don't know. I've done a lot of videos, I've watched a lot of videos where like if they're a smart general, sure. Because I've seen a lot of people whose generals, had control of their own troops, they had autonomy and they were bad. They were awful, right? So, I don't know.
Economic reforms were undertaken as well, with high taxes, up to 50% of each crop, and efforts were made to prevent hoarding to keep prices low, making it cheaper to feed his men. His position was strengthened by a strong spy network and his loyal eunuch and possible lover, Malik Kafar, who secured him from court intrigues. While conflict continued on and off with other Mongol Khanates, and Kaidu's energies were focused on harassing Kublai's northern territories, the attention of the Chagatai Mongols turned to India in the closing years of the 13th century. India was famously wealthy and largely untouched by the Mongols, and was the only direction the Chagatai Khanate could expand that would not conflict with other Mongol Khanates.
I was gonna say, does it really matter? Because the Mongols were fighting each other anyways, right? So I don't really think that matters. Whatever.
While generally the Mongol attacks on India are considered raids intended for plunder, the most serious invasions which threatened the Delhi Sultanate occurred in Duwa's reign. In 1298, another Mongol force was sent into India. Ala al-Din Khalji's army under Ulugh Khan was campaigning in Gujarat when the Mongols attacked. The commander left in Delhi, Zafar Khan, was able to raise a large army and defeat the Mongols, once more driving them back across the border. Zafar Khan became very popular after this victory, which may have given the always suspicious Sultan Ala al-Din concern over his loyalty.
Bro, I swear this guy, dude, Ala al-Din. It sounds like the famous Salahuddin. Every time he says Ala al-Din, I keep thinking of Salahuddin. You know Salahuddin, the famous was it the Ottoman or was it Seljuk or Ottoman conqueror that fought against Baldwin the Fourth, right? Oh my god, right? His name sounds so similar, man.
In 1299, on the orders of Duwa Khan, his sons Kutluk Khwaja and Temur Buka marched with 50 to 60,000 Negaderi and Chagatai horsemen over the border. The numbers of the Mongols prove that this was an invasion with conquest as its purpose. Sources describe Kutluk Khwaja as bypassing villages to maximize speed, intending to strike directly at the city of Delhi itself while the Sultanate's army was once again in Gujarat. At the river Jumna, Zafar Khan confronted Kutluk but was defeated and forced to retreat to Delhi. News of the defeat of Zafar Khan caused thousands to abandon their homes in fear, and the capital was soon flooded with refugees. Famine, overcrowding and fear now gripped Delhi. All the while, Kutluk Khwaja was closing in.
But but there's reinforcements. There's re- Did they not hear about the reinforcements?
Ala al-Din held a council with his generals in the city, where he was advised to abandon the capital. The Mongols were too numerous, too powerful, and too close for them to stand a chance. Ala al-Din trusted his sword, however, and raised what forces he could. He marched out 15 miles north of Delhi and met Kutluk Khwaja at Kili.
Standing his ground, I respect that. I respect that.
Sources describe Ala al-Din as having an army of 300,000 with 2,700 war elephants.
2,700 war elephants? That's like the most war elephants I've ever heard. Wow, that's mad.
But modern historians give a more feasible number at around 70,000 with 700 elephants, still outnumbering the 50 to 60,000 Mongols.
Okay.
Both
yeah, this is actually kind of equal. So this is kind of equal.
Forces deployed in the standard formation for steppe armies, a center and two wings. The Sultan took the Delhi center, while Zafar Khan commanded the right wing and Ulugh Khan the left, with elephants dispersed among the three groups. Like the Mongols, the Delhi forces relied on horse archers, light and heavy cavalry, with much of their army experienced in the same style of warfare as the Mongols. Zafar Khan, looking to avenge his defeat on the Jumna, led the first charge, attacking the Mongol left flank, which broke before him. Zafar gave chase to drive them from the field, but as he was led further away from the rest of the army, he soon found that he had fallen for a feigned retreat.
Yeah, I was like, okay, you attack them, now order your other troops to attack. What he could have done, right? He could have literally attacked, right? When they retreat, order his other two troops to go and attack these guys to either A, pin them down, or B, he could turn from chasing them and then attack his flank. But whatever. It's much more easier to say that because I have a big map to see, so.
Zafar was encircled, the Noyan Tarakai leading the ambush.
Is he gonna die? Is he gonna die?
Zafar realized that he had been left to die. The Sultan...
No way! I called it. No way, I called it! Is he actually gonna die?
...made no effort to rescue the clearly doomed force, his mistrust of his subordinates' growing popularity being too great. Abandoned and surrounded, Zafar gave his best until he was captured. Kutluk Khwaja was impressed by Zafar's courage and offered to let him join the Mongols, where surely his bravery would be appreciated, even offering to make him Sultan of Delhi. Zafar Khan was to the end loyal to his Sultan and refused, and Kutluk Khwaja ordered the execution of him and all of his men and elephants.
No, oh my gosh. He was abandoned, bro. And even till the end, bro. That's actually kind of... That's so freaking sad, bro. He was loyal to the guy who literally abandoned him. What the hell?
With this victory, it seemed that Kutluk Khwaja was now poised to defeat Ala al-Din and conquer the Sultanate.
He should have lost. He should have lost. He should have lost. The dude literally left him there to die. Okay, if the Indians lose this, that's honestly...
At this point, however, the Mongol forces retreated. It seems that at some point over the course of the battle, perhaps in a final struggle during the execution of Zafar Khan's troops, that Kutluk Khwaja was seriously injured. Before he could make it back home, Kutluk died of his injuries. The Mongols had lost their prince and another invasion with little to show for it.
What? He just got hurt and then they retreated? What? No explanations, no nothing?
This defeat did not end the Mongol invasions of India though, as Noyan Tarakai attacked in 1303 while Ala ad-Din was returning from campaigning in Chittor, where his forces suffered heavy losses. Isolated and besieged near Delhi, fighting continued for 2 months. The approaching summer heat and stalemate tested Taraghai's patience, and he too retreated, perhaps unaware how close he came to overcoming Ala al-Din. From 1304 until 1308, invasions were annual, but now the aura of Mongol invincibility in India was broken. Mongol armies were defeated in battle, their commanders trampled to death by elephants in Delhi, and pillars were constructed of Mongol skulls outside the city.
That is wild, but this is even like Genghis Khan era of Mongol Empire. So I mean, it's impressive, but it's not too impressive, you know. This is like when the Mongols started to like really like decline, you know. So
the question remains, why were the Mongols so ineffective in India?
yeah, I'm asking
Delhi
that.
familiarity with Mongol tactics was a major factor, both from combat experience, similar army models, and the presence of Mongol defectors. India's hot summers were hard on the Mongols and their horses.
Yeah, the summer. Everyone talks about, oh, the winter, but nobody talks about the summer. Summer is worse for a fighting army than the winter. Change my mind, bro. Change my mind.
Impacting pasturage and limiting when the Mongols attacked. Finally, Ala al-Din and his generals were skilled commanders and a match for the Mongol captains. After Kaidu's death in 1303, Duwa helped organize a general peace between the Mongol Khanates, even suggesting they put aside their differences and launch a joint attack on India. However, the death of Duwa in 1306 led to conflict within the Chagatai Khanate. In 1328 to 1329, Duwa's son, Tamashirin, undertook the final major Mongol offensive into India, with similar results. Tamashirin was briefly the Chagatai Khan from 1331 to 1334, but his death and the collapse of the Ilkhanate in the following years put Central Asia into chaos, and the ensuing political vacuum provided opportunities for minor warlords and claimants, such as a certain Balas tribesman named Timur. Our series on the Mongol Empire will continue, so make sure you are subscribed to our channel and have pressed the bell button. We would like to...
Whoever wants me to react to this, thank you. I doubt they still watch my videos, but anyways, you made it all the way to the end. If you have, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Thank you for watching and goodbye.